I'm going to show you how to blur a moving object inside of Premiere Pro. And this is really easy, and I'm going to show you with this clip that I have on the timeline right here. I got this girl running down the docks, and I really want to blur her face. And you can use this for faces, you can use it for, let's say that you are blurring a registration plate. And the first thing we need to do is to go up to our effect panel and search for fast blur. And then we're just going to drag the fast blur on our footage. And then we'll get this fast blur inside of our effect controls panel. And there's many ways you can do this. You can make a mask of whatever shape you want to blur out her face. So first of all, I'm going to blur this right here, so maybe around 29. And since I'm going to blur a face, I really want to just use the ellipse tool, so just create a ellipse mask, and then we can reposition this. So let's say I just want to reposition it over her face, and we can drag these handles right here to make the circle smaller. So I'm just going to drag those points down, so we are roughly covering her face, but it doesn't have to be perfect. The other thing you can do, you can also play around with the feathering. So if you want a bigger feathering of the mask or a smaller radius of the feathering, you can do that there as well. And then I'm going to start tracking this mask. So make sure that you are at the beginning of your video clip, and down here on the mask we got some controls that we can play around with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the track selected mask forward, and when we do this, Premiere Pro will start tracking the mask and trying to track the face as good as possible. So let's see how this goes, and I'll be right back. So after a while, Premiere Pro will have tracked the mask throughout the whole footage, and as you can see, the mask became bigger and bigger the longer we went into the footage right here, and it did a pretty good job. So if we play this back right now, we can see that we are indeed blurring her face, but there were some parts that I think was a little bit too big. So if Premiere Pro is not doing this correctly on your footage, I will show you now how you can adjust the mask and see how that goes. So let's find a point where the mask was getting too big. So around here, I think it's got a little bit too big. So I'm just going to adjust the mask a little bit because it was a little bit big right there. And then we can continue tracking this mask and see how Premiere Pro is going to do on the second run. You can also just stop the mask right here. For example, the mask is getting bigger again here, so I'm just going to adjust the mask and make sure that we are covering her face, and then I can just track the mask forward again. And you can just experiment with this on your own footage as well. It's not going to be perfect all of the time, but for this tutorial you will see how you can use this in your footage. To learn even more about Premiere Pro, click on one of the videos on the screen right now. And if you don't want to miss future tutorials, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.